It's another demanding week of hardship on the Dan Nicholl Show. We're sitting in the pool on the deck of one of the suites at Chitwa Chitwa, looking out across the Sabi Sands Reserve. Not on my own, though. My romantic partner for the next few days is a motoring superstar, Dakar champion, Giniel de Villiers. It's a tough few days, this, isn't it, Giniel?
Absolutely, Dan. You know, it's not easy to get through days like this. Watching animals, being in the Sabi Sands game reserve, sitting in the swimming pool here. I don't know how we're going to get through the rest of the afternoon, but I guess we've got to make the most of it.
The sacrifices we make for television. I think we're going to arm ourselves with a couple of gin and tonics, head out into Chitwa Chitwa, explore the lodge a little more, and then out into the bush to see what animals are around today. There's a warmth of welcome to Chitwa Chitwa, from the generous old-school safari-styled rooms to the library, a cellar, the deck that looks out across the dam, and the locals having a quiet drink. The Dan Nicholl Show is nothing if not a constant display of raw courage. You'll see just over my shoulder, that's about an 8-metre crocodile, but I'm not worried, and neither is Giniel de Villiers. You've faced far greater terrors in your life, Giniel, but you also know this kind of space really well because the bush is a place you're really passionate about.
Oh, look, I mean, it's wonderful to be out here. Like you said, you know, I love the bush. I've spent many times in the bush.
It all forms part of the beauty and attraction. It is the South African bush. We're both enchanted by it, as we have been over the course of the last few days. When you compare this to the other parts of the world that you've been to, and you've been to so many of them, I know coming home is always something you value and you cherish. What is it about South Africa, about the South African bush, that is just so special compared to anywhere else in the world?
You know, a lot of people in South Africa which maybe haven't had the opportunity or the privilege to travel as much as we've done with the racing, you know, you don't realize what special thing you've got here. And you know, I've been to many parts in the world through the racing, and you know, I can really say that there's one place that you always want to come back to, and that's South Africa. You know, the variety and you know, the people here is just second to none, and you've got this beautiful bush, you've got the animals here which you don't get anywhere else in the world, and it's really a special place to come to.
There's a serenity to this place, a rawness that I love, and it's also full of great animals. The one just behind us is maybe not my favourite, but I love a giraffe. That's my favourite. What's your top pick when you go on safari?
Well, I mean, of course, it's always nice to see the cats, but I particularly like leopard, sort of a mysterious animal, and you know, you don't get to see them that often, but we've been lucky here. We saw a leopard yesterday, and yeah, I would say leopard's top of my list.
I remember when we had you on the Dan Nicholl Show a few years ago, you recalled being stopped by heavily armed police in North Africa, which was terrifying by all accounts. What would be scarier for you, meeting up with those old friends of yours in North Africa with their AK-47s, or face-to-face with one of our reptilian friends behind me?
I think I'd take these ones over that encounter, you know. You never know what those mad police guys can do in that instance specifically. Although these guys are also quite unpredictable, I think I'll take my chances with these better.
Right, well, hopefully we will not have to do either. We're going to say goodbye to our friend the crocodile and head back out into the Sabi Sands here at Chitwa Chitwa, see what else we can find. So, Giniel, we've had a fabulous time over the last few days. In fact, so much so that we've decided we'd like to get a job with Ranger Buck Safaris. But where do we start, Archie?
Well, as we normally do, we'll start you off with tracking. That's level 1, and we'll start off soon.
All right, so here we go. Ranger Giniel and Ranger Dan, beginning our new careers. So our time at Chitwa Chitwa and Sabi Sands comes to an end, but it looks like Giniel and I will be back soon in our new roles as game rangers.